So basically, what is the stock market? So I believe a lot of people don't have background understanding or knowledge about the stock market. Stock market is simply means a market where you trade, where you buy and sell stocks, right? We have primary and secondary market. The primary market is where new securities are being listed, right? Why basically the secondary market is trading existing securities. So let's say, for instance, for you want to buy, basically if you want to buy shares, you have to buy basically in secondary market, right, which is the NGX. However, the NGX plays a major role of primary and secondary market. How do I mean? For companies who want to be listed for the first time, right, maybe through IPO, initial public offering, they will list on NGX. But for existing shares of companies, okay, you also have to purchase on the NGX platform. Now, that is just the background of the NGX, right? So, for now, what do you do as a first timer? You have been hearing about shares, you've been hearing about shares. What do you do? Firstly, you have to open a stockbroking account. Okay. How do you open a stockbroking account? You just search for, like what I always recommend, search for stockbroking firms. Okay, as you want it, right? Because I'm not doing a recommendation for any stockbroking firm. Okay, so this is, you can choose based on what you want. So what I would recommend is when you want to choose a stockbroker, because this goes a very very long way to impact on how you trade. There are some stockbrokers that traditionally they don't give you the option of trading from your home, right? But for other stockbrokers, they allow their customers or their clients to trade from home. Okay, so After Invest 2.0 allows you to trade from home. Integrated Trust allows you to trade from home. I'm not sure about Meristem, but some people also like to use Bamboo. So when you choose your stockbroking firm, then all you have to do is just open an account with them. If it's a traditional stock broking firm, they will ask you to send your information. Let's say send your BVN, send every other thing. Then they open the account for you. They give you your account number, and of course, you can start trading from there. Then also they'll give you your online ID and password. That's for uh, the ones that allow you to trade from your home. So for me, this is the one I use, Integrated Trust. This is how the interface is. Okay, so I have my ID here and my password. So the moment it comes, the moment I log in, it displays my portfolio position. You'll be able to see option to buy and sell, right? From there, you'll be able to monitor your portfolio. So it is very, very convenient for me because I'm able to trade by myself, from home. So when you choose your stockbroker, you open your account, like I said, then you fund it. When you are able to fund it, then you are sure that you are ready for the next trade. So, but the most important thing about investing in stocks is not just about buying. It's not just about trading. The most important thing is, what do you do even before you trade? So that is why I usually advise my clients, make your proper research. Okay, ensure that you do proper research, you do due diligence, before you make any investment. And so let's just navigate this NGX portal for those people who want to search for companies' information on how to do their due diligence, before they trade. Because most likely, some persons are asking, okay, how do I get financials for company? Now I have a stockbroking account. I have funded it. What next? What do I do next? It's not every time you meet an expert and say, oh, please, whose stock should I invest in? Sometimes you should be able to go to NGX yourself and do a little bit of research, right? So this is the NGX portal. Let me just click it and see how it comes up. I want to believe we are seeing it. Can we see the portal?
Yes, yes, you can see.
Okay,
Yes, yes.
okay, that's fine. So based on the last trading session, see what happened. Just go to equities, right? So based on the last trading session, there was a little bit of appreciation. That was on the 14th on Friday. Market appreciated slightly, right? Okay. Then you come to view more. So what we are doing here is that we want to check all the equities, all the companies that are listed on the NGX, so that we know what to invest in. Okay. So just you come here, it's showing 25 now. That's first 25 stocks or companies. We have clicked all, right? Because I want all of them to be properly displayed. So you can see ABDS, ABC Transport, Academy. So you can always come here and check the company, the particular company information you are looking for. So let's say, for instance, Access Corp. That's the parent company of Access Bank, right? I've opened that. So but I'm still checking. Let's say I'm looking for like four companies fundamentals. Let's uh let's look at Boa Foods, for example. Clearly, these are not stock recommendations, but I'm just picking these companies, okay, so that I will use them for example. Now you look at Eternal PLC, right? I want to believe we are following. Few other ones here. Northern Nigerian Flour Mill, PZ, right? United Capital and Zenith. Let's also use Zenith. Okay, let me also use Zenith. So these are the companies I've already opened in advance. Let's say, for instance, you want to look at these companies before you invest, because before you invest in any company, I will advise you do your proper research. Okay. Now, look, this is Access Corporation, Boa Foods, Eternal PLC, Northern Nigerian Flour Mills, and PZ. Of course, we all know these companies. These are popular companies. And this last one, United Capital. Okay, that's fine. So having opened these companies, let's go to tradingview.com. So currently we are talking about picking stocks. Okay, there is so much that, in fact, there are a lot that you need to do before you choose any particular stock. Okay, but let's just take it one after the other. You come here. This is TradingView, right? And so this is for charts. Then, of course, for those who have trained their own AI, right, to do valuation, they can rely on it. Over time, I've trained my own ChatGPT, personalized it on how I want it to do valuation for me. Then you can rely on what it's giving you. And of course, you have to still check. Okay. Then if you have not, I did evaluation. I did a video on valuation, how to do manual valuation using Excel templates, right? I'm going to refer us to the video later, okay, but so that we will all benefit from this class without spending so much time. Okay, we are going to use AI for this valuation. So let's take, for instance, Access Corporation. Okay, you can just copy the ticker symbol, right? Just copy it. And if you have any question, okay, please feel free. Feel free to interrupt and ask. If you have a question, feel free to interrupt and ask. Go ahead. So based on what we can see here, and of course, let me just quickly say something. You see, the charts is usually not. It's not like let me say demand and supply in economics, where you see something just going up or you see something straight or going down, right? It is usually a form of zigzag. It goes up, it goes down. And so because it goes down and up or down as you want it, that is when people make money. Do you understand? So let's take for instance, you see that the price has been it's been around 24 naira for 6 months. Whoever has bought in 24 naira has not made any money. The person's investment will remain at that. So you can see that is not what anybody wants, and that is not even finance, right? That is not investment. Investment is how your money should appreciate. You invest in the wrong timing, definitely it's going to depreciate. That is for stocks, right? Not all investments are like that. So when you look at it, definitely you should be happy if the chart is going up or down. Do we all agree with it? Do we understand what I mean by we should be happy when the chart is going up or down?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's fine. Because if it is flat, it means that nobody is making money. The amount you bought it, that is the exact amount it is. It has not gone down, it has not gone up. Okay, so when you look at what happened here, you see that it was around this, let's say, I have to take this to the side. Yeah, I can have a proper view. Okay, that was around 28. And you see that it came down to around 20.9. It went up to around 24. And so just like that, it has been going up and it has been going down. So it means that if you buy at the wrong time, you are going to get your fingers burnt. I assure you, unless it's not stock market you are talking about. So now look at what happened here. Some people bought, at this time, right? And you can see that it's already coming down. Okay, it has come down to this part, and later you see that it's going up. So now talking about best time, to buy stocks. I already did a video on that. Maybe later I'll share the link. Best time to buy stocks. There are two best times, two classification that personally I did. So number one, the best time to buy stocks based on individual stock, and two, best time to buy stocks all year round. You see, these two they have sub classifications. Now, best time to buy stocks based on individual stock, it is number one, you have when the price is low, when the price is down. So let's say for instance, if you saw Access Bank at around 20 naira, right? Some people bought here now at the dip around 19.95. This is just few days ago, right? If you see it at around this place, definitely you know that it is the best time, to buy when the price is down. So look at it here. It is already down here too. So you can see this. There are some support levels that have been tested. So anything around 20 naira, just know that no matter how bad the situation is, anything around 20 naira for Access Bank, it is a very, very good time to buy. This is based on charts, right? You can call it technical analysis, although there are other indicators we can also use to check. Okay, so the best time to buy for a particular stock is when the price is down. However, this is subject to medium slash long term investors. Do we get it? So for short term investors, that is not like that. Should I say short term investors or short term traders? That is not the case. For short term traders, the best time is not when the price is down. Do you know why? Can anybody tell me why?
No idea, sir.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. So, like I said, for medium slash long term, when the price is down, this is the best time to buy. But for short term, for those people who are doing day trading, if you look at cryptocurrency charts, you will understand it better because that one is usually very, very fast. For short term traders, you want to just trade in that day or that week and just get your money out. It is when the price has started going up. Do we understand it? I'm going to explain. So, and I'm going to use two particular stocks to explain this. So, I'm going to open TradingView again and explain better PLC to explain this particular point, because ordinarily to some persons who just hear it, it may really be shocking that the best time is not when it is down. Okay, so when you see this is the chart of Eternal, can we all see chart of Eternal?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's beautiful. So based on what we have here, we have 42.90. So just imagine somebody bought at this price. No, let's say we are looking at when the price is down, right? So let's say the person bought here because at this point it is down. Okay, let's say the person bought here from Friday, 3rd of January 2025. The person bought at 26.65. Okay. Now you can see that from 3rd of January to 4th of February, this is almost like 1 month. Do we understand now? So
Yes, sir.
this is almost like 1 month. It means that this particular trader, notice that I did not say investor now, because this, let's assume for short-term trading, we are talking about short-term trading now. This particular person has uh, kept his money tied down from this time up to this very time. That's a period of 1 month. Do we get it? So you can see that this is not what short-term trading is usually about. Short-term trading is usually same day or days or at most weeks, maximum of maybe 1 month. Do we get it? So for this particular person now that has bought when the price is low, you can see that for him this is not the best time because it is not meeting his investment strategy. His investment strategy is short term. So if he decides to buy when the price has started going up, let's say now that the price, instead of the price to be at, instead of him to buy even at 27.55, he decides to buy here at around 29. Do you understand? And the next day, the price went up 31. The next day, the price went up to 33.3. Do you understand what I'm saying? So
Yes, I will do.
I'm going to ask a question based on this. So you can see that within a period of less than around a week or less than 2 weeks, it has even gotten to a very significant height. So for short-term traders, the best time to buy, is when the price, has started coming up. So I think this Eternal is a very good example. So let's go back to the access charts. Let me see if there's anything that looks like it again. Okay, so if you look at what's happened here, the price is down. Definitely the price is down at around 19 naira, 19.4. That is in July 2024, right? So anybody who buys at this price, definitely the price is down. But if the person is not, if the person is a short-term trader, you see that for the person to have to make money, we have 22. So for the person to even make money at all, the person should be looking at waiting for around, this is 19th of July 2024, and this is October 2024. So we have August, September, October. That is 3 months. So you can see that for a short-term trader, the best time to buy it is when the price has started coming up. That is when you can easily take your money and move out. If it's 10% you are targeting, you take your 10% and move out. Target the next stock, and go ahead. So of course we'll still be talking about for short-term traders how to target your next stock. So but for medium and long-term traders, the best time to buy is when the price is down, because you know that your money is not a borrowed money, right? This is your own investment that you can leave, for a long time. Okay, so of course you can leave it there. You're not going to lose any money on it. Okay, so that's for medium and long term. Now, that is for one category of best time to buy. Remember earlier I said there are two categories, for the best time to buy. Somebody reminded me of this all year round, yeah, based on the general stock market all year round. Now, based on let me explain why I chose those months. If you look at apart from the 5 year history, that I've looked at, right? I've looked at 5 year history of the general Nigerian stock market, and I saw that generally that period of time is when the price is really is down. Okay, and I think when the price is down for medium and long term, that is the best time to buy. Apart from that 5 year history, personally, I've also done my own brain racking. Okay, and what I saw, what I still think is still in line with what my 5 year history showed me. I did 5 year history for several for the NGS in general. I check the NGS all share index. Okay, so in the we all know that every year end, right? Companies are mandated to declare their financials. Okay, and most companies, not all companies, because there are some companies that their year end is not 31st December 20 31st December any year. Okay, there are some companies that their year end is June. There are some that their year end is October, depending and some of those companies are multinationals. Okay, so let me just see if we can get the example of company that the year end is not 31st December. So think PZ should fall into that category. Okay, can you see PZ? This is their year end is May, 31st May 2025. So just to confirm exactly what I've been saying. So some multinational they fall into that category. So but generally companies year end is usually 31st December. And so when it is towards that end of that year, you know, most times, of course, it is expected that the company should do well. When the economy is doing well, the companies will do well. I'm looking at it from that perspective as well. So when the companies are doing well, let's say for instance, you are a staff of uh, which company? Let's say United Capital, for instance, you are somebody that has privileged information, right? Of course, there's what we call insider dealing information, which is not allowed. However, you have somebody who has an information that a company is going to do very, very well based on their financials. And of course, at around December, they are still trying to prepare their report, right? They are still trying to gather all their information, you know, and they are telling you how this company is going to do well. So you see that towards that time, people will start buying. Question. Based on what we've talked about so far, firstly, we talked about generally picking your stocks, in fact, opening accounts. Then we talked about a little bit of technical analysis. We've not done valuation so far, but is anybody having any question based on what we've discussed so far? We should just continue.
I have a question, sir.
Go ahead, please.
This all year round, December, April, July, October,
Okay.
are you saying we are still expecting a low drop in share prices by December?
Okay, that's a very, very good one. For the for December, right? It is December, the price is not as high as it is expected to be in January. Do you understand? So we
Okay,
expect,
sir.
yes, we expect that by January the price should be higher than it is in December. Because when companies are wrapping up their financials, definitely the price has gone up, right? It's still going up. But from that December to January, you see the price doing better in January. Do you understand me now? So yes, if you want to take it back, you can say, okay, towards the end of November, then December. But definitely from January, you see the price is higher than that of December. Do you understand that?
So if I get you right, sir, with this sudden drop in prices that just ended,
Hmm.
are we still expecting another one before the new year?
Another drop in price.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for this practical question. But what I would say is based on available information at the moment, we are not expecting a significant drop in price. If there's going to be maybe a drop in price, it's just normal fluctuation up and down, right? However, we really can never tell any other information that is going to come up. And now let me explain. So when this issue of capital gain tax of 30% was released on for the NGS, right? And a lot of analysts are still going through, or we're still going through the impact it's going to have on the stock market. I did a video, and in my own video, if you check it, there are two scenarios. Firstly, investors will be encouraged. The other scenario is that investors are going to say this country is not serious. They are going to take their money to another country where there is stable policy. If you check my video, you are going to see those two scenarios. So based on that, you know, in addition to Donald Trump declaration of Nigeria as a country of political concern, which for me is even more important than even this issue of 30% capital gain tax. That is what made the market to decline significantly, because truly, if at all Donald Trump threat eventually scaled through, our stock market would have been in dust. Because even what we saw in the past few weeks would have been nothing compared to what we are going to see. Now, let me explain. Let's take, for instance, America decides to invade, let's say, some Boko Haram terrorists or even ISWAP terrorists somewhere in Borno or Adamawa, Sokoto. The truth is that personally, I believe that some people in the north, they are not going to take it. There's going to be an uprising all over the country. Okay, and they are going to say, oh no, these people are killing the northerners, they are killing Muslims. And so most likely they will decide to say, okay, let us fight back. So it could now be a serious war. I only imagine a situation of Afghanistan or Syria. That is how I base my analysis, and that is the worst case scenario. And luckily enough, that is not even the case now. And so, also with the clarification about the capital gain tax, you can see that there's a gradual recovery, because based on my own information and my own judgment at this point in time, I believe that Donald Trump may not even be interested in invading those terrorists. He may not be interested in interfering in Nigeria security issue. He may be interested in aligning Nigeria towards the United States of America, for political gain. I believe that in his own mind, Nigeria is drifting towards BRICS alliance. They are drifting towards Russia and China, which most likely is not in America's best interest. So that is why what I'm thinking at. And if that is actually the case, it means that the issue of them invading uh, the Boko Haram terrorists in the north, that one is just like an exaggeration. And of course, it means that there will be no serious panic in the Nigerian stock market. So, like I said, based on available information, we don't see anything that will cause a significant, decline in the NGX. Unless, like I said, maybe regular ups and downs. Okay. So I believe I have answered your question appropriately. Is that clear? Or you still have further questions? Please ask. Because
Yes, sir.
yes, please go ahead.
Like I want to be a long-term investor,
Okay.
and will I have to wait even if there's no drop in price in December? I have to wait till April or March or until when there's a dip.
Hmm. Honestly, I appreciate these questions because I now know that we have people who who mean business, yeah. Yeah, because there are some questions that people ask you, or you understand that these people are not ready for the stock market. So talking about being a long-term investor, when do you have to wait all year round? You have to follow the movement, or you have to invest when there's a dip. For me, right, if you ask me regularly, based on if I'm the one managing your portfolio, when it is best to sell, even as a long-term investor, when it is best to sell, when I monitor it, I'm going to tell you, okay, you have to sell the stock. Because if you have 1 million unit of shares, right? If you are a long-term investor and the price is up, even if you sell that 1 million unit and you know that in the next 30 days or 2 months, this price will go down, the amount you realize from the sale of that 1 million units, you can use it to buy 1.1 million units, even as a long-term investor. However, if number one, you are not active in the stock market, you are not actively monitoring the stock market, and you don't have somebody that is actively monitoring it, it is better you patiently wait as a long-term investor. Take your time to choose your stocks, before you invest. So let me also give you an example. Based on the information I posted on the WhatsApp group, I told you how some portfolio managers they lost over 100 million in their portfolio, and they started recovering. So if I were to manage that portfolio that is worth up to 1 billion naira, honestly, when I saw that the price was, when I saw everything, all the analysis, and when I did my worst case scenario, at that point, I would have sold. I even advised him to sell. He would have sold maybe portfolio of what over 700 million, but he did not. So if I had sold that, so when I later buy back, when I see that okay, there's a little bit of recovery and all that, then I will know that I will have more of that particular stock in my portfolio, even despite the fact that I'm a long-term investor. Is that really, really clear?
Clear.
Okay, that's fine. Any other question? Okay, so since we do not have any other question, we've talked about the best time to buy, best time to sell. We did a little bit of technical analysis charts, right? So let's just do a little bit of valuation. So, like what I said earlier, I've trained my AI because I've used this. Of course, for all of us that know how to use ChatGPT, you can always train it. You can always correct it when it makes mistake. You can always correct it. Do you understand? Most times you can correct it when you know what you are doing. So me, I cannot go and correct my AI on programming query because I don't know so much about it. But when it has to do with valuation, finance, projection, and all that, I should be able to tell you that this thing you just said is wrong. Subsequently, you have to improve on it, and this is how you have to do it. Now, let me just ask to do valuation of Access Bank PLC. If you want to know how to do proper valuation before you start telling AI what to do, go back to that my video. Learn how to use manual method, how to use model on Excel is there in that video. You can learn from that. When you after having done that, then you now understand the figures that AI is giving you and you know how to interpret it. So based on what we have here, so going back to Access Bank, you can see that the high, let's not do day high now. The 52-week high is 28.95. The 52-week low is 22 naira. So in reality, there has not been any significant swing in this Access Bank. So, but for this Access Bank, they have so much revenue, but I wonder why they are not declaring so much dividend. Okay, it is not a question I should be able to answer. I don't know. I think it's their policy, and even they make so much profit, but they don't declare much dividend, and the share price is very very low. And I believe it's because they don't declare good dividend. That is why the price is the way it is, and of course, it's affecting their valuation. So if you want to invest, you really want to invest money, in stocks, and you believe that you just prompt AI to do your valuation and you just rely on that information, I believe it's not money you are talking about. Because if it is money, you query further, you'll be so sure that the valuation is correct. You also try to use model, okay? Unless I haven't done it several times, you can now rely on what the AI has given you. This is exactly 3 o'clock. I would have done. I would have compared with what the valuation model would have given us. So, but if you are not, if you are not very very good in this your financial analysis, you cannot just rely on what ChatGPT has given you. Okay, well, we have just 2 more weeks. If if we still have so much to do, we can now decide to extend it by additional 1 week. Okay, but I cannot guarantee that now. But that will most likely be the case because I know we have so much to do. But before we wrap up, do we have a question? Somebody has a
Yes, sir.
question.
I have a question.
Okay, please tell me your
Your,
name. Tell me your name, please, because
my name is Abayomi.
Abayomi. Okay, that's fine. Abayomi, you have stocks.
No.
Okay, okay, but your questions are practical, like somebody who is already investing in stocks.
Yes, I'm watching, learning.
Abayomi, exactly what you are doing is the right thing, oh, because money matter is serious matter. It is better you don't invest money than for you to invest money and lose money. Do you get it?
Yes, sir.
So just
From
keep your head.
your recommend,
Go ahead.
from your stock recommendation,
Yes,
though you said it's not financial advice.
go ahead.
I discovered that tip is not there. Tip.
Cheap, okay, okay.
Then Ella
Ella Lakes,
Lake is not there.
okay,
Are they not good stock?
okay, okay. That's fine.
That's my question.
Okay. Let me be honest with you. Those recommendations I did are stocks that come what may. When the market is good, they will definitely do well. And of course, there's a parable in the US that a rising tide floats all boats, which is also applicable in the stock market. However, you see that tip and Ella Lakes, I have not checked it. That is why I did not recommend it. Do you understand? I have not checked it. So there are some companies that they are not even doing very, very well. Okay, but you see, sometimes you still see the price going up. Do you understand? So for instance, these are multinationals. You just see the parent companies, they just decide to invest more money in the subsidiary. Let's say, for instance, Guinness, International Breweries, and all that. Sometimes, even if they are not even doing well, you see the price going up. It's not really backed by significant fundamentals, like this. Abayomi, is that okay? If you have question, please feel free. I must confess, I'm actually enjoying this.
No, no question for now, sir.
Okay, is anybody having any other question before we wrap up?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, so we have been looking at access to the terminal on the stock market.
Hmm.
How would you look at a pressure company that actually lists on the stock market, and how would you also look at foreign stocks? Or are we covering just Nigerian stocks?
Okay, thank you so much for this. But you are talking about these very, very important questions. Firstly, for a fresher company, and secondly, if we go into foreign stocks. Now, if you ask me, I'll tell you avoid a fresher company. So let's say for instance when MTN launched their IPO, initial public offering, what year was that? I think 2019 or so, I'm not sure again. Right, when they launched their IPO, a lot of people went to buy. I think they listed at around 99 naira. A lot of people went to buy, it went to wow, it gained 10% for consecutive days. But just like the law of physics, what goes up will definitely come down. After some weeks, it started coming down because that MTN as at that time, they've not even dropped any obvious financials that you can see. So it is you don't have information enough to invest, in it. So sometimes when I see people rushing to invest in a new company because it's an IPO, they will tell you take advantage of it. I laugh because we are talking about money issue. If you have hard-earned money and you are investing in something that you did not do proper due diligence, is it that the money someone gifted you the money, or how are people making this money? Do you get? So I should expect that you should avoid new companies without financials. Okay, just avoid them and focus on the ones that have existing financials. Then talking about other stocks. For now, in fact for this year, I'm not looking at going into other markets. Do you know why? Because it is deep, and that's one. Two, I really don't have enough information to speak as an authority in this market. So before I will tell you that, oh, these are the stocks you have to invest in New York Stock Exchange, I would have done several years of research. That's one. I would have observed the trend for a very long time. And I can assure you that for now, I don't have that information, as an authority to give out. Do you get it? So we can focus on Nigerian stocks for now. However, if there are other investment opportunities that you are looking at, we can discuss, we can definitely, I can advise on that. Let's say for instance, if we have somebody here now that you are in the UK, you want to buy a property, right? You don't know what to do, you don't even have money. We at work currently advise UK firms, on accounting and tax issues. Okay. So if you want to purchase a property, you want to take a mortgage, what do you do about your self-assessment, and all that? This is something I can definitely give out. Okay, but for now, I cannot authoritatively talk about foreign stocks. Is that okay? What is your name?
Jeff, Jeff,
Jeff.
yeah,
Okay.
and
We
very
have
okay.
we have Jeff and Abayomi. Okay, is that okay for now? Is there still any other question before we call it a wrap?
So, so it's very okay
Sir,
for me. Thank you.
Abayomi, go ahead.
can you please help us at your own leisure time to do analysis on these two stocks, TIP and Ella Lake?
Since you are saying I should do tips, why is there a reason why you are particular about it? Let me know.
I saw they have public offer
Okay.
and the news going around.
Oh, okay. Okay, so what I would let me respond to that, Mr. Abayomi. If it's something that you truly want to do, what I will advise is that what you will say is that I have gone through LLAs and tip. This is my own findings. This is what I used to get this information. What do you think about it? Now you've not even done anything, and you are telling me that I should go and do it. It means that I have not thought based on these things, and I think I've thought based on it. Do you understand? Do you get me? So
Sir,
based on the information I have, I've taught you how to use your charts to do it. I've still taught you how to use AI to do it. Go and check my video on how to do physical valuation. You should also be able to do it by yourself. Then when you now do these three things and you came back and say, based on my technical analysis, this is what I think about Ellen Lakes and TIP. Based on my valuation, this is what I think. What do you think about it? That is when I should be able to advise you. because we are partners here.
Okay.
We should all know these things, but you can just now know my opinion. Do you get?
Okay.
Least we should be able to have independent analysis. So let me also give an example. When I told somebody this stock market is going to go down in the coming weeks, the person gave me reasons why the market will not go down. And when we argued it, we agreed on a point that in the coming weeks the market will go down. I gave points, person gave a point, and we looked at it holistically. So this is exactly what I want us to build. I want us to build a platform where each person will have an opinion, but having considered all parameters, we should now be able to say, I think you are right. I think you are right. Do you get it?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so that's all from my end for today. Thank you so much, Abayami. And the other person, sorry, I forgot your name. I'm so sorry.
Jeff,
Jeff, oh, I will not forget your name again. We have Abayami, we have Jeff. Then the other two people have not spoken, so we don't have their names yet. Okay, but that's fine. Thank you so much for joining this class and God bless you. See you in the next class. Peace out.
Thank
thank
you,
you,
sir.
sir.